What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. I won this week. Did you win, by the way?
You know, ow! Oh, oh, oh. Sorry, it's really hard to sit down after that spanking I took this weekend. Oh, ow.
Oh man. Six
Ah,
and one.
I'll be all right. I didn't feel good about this week. I didn't feel good about last week. I don't feel good about this week either. So I'm gonna be 6-2, and then after that, I'll bounce back. Don't worry about me. Um, that being said, I still feel like you didn't deserve to win. That is
I
just
I didn't deserve to win.
I didn't break 100 either, but you definitely don't deserve a win.
Man, I was sweating the whole time. I was like, this is a for sure win for me. This is a piece of cake, no big deal. And then none of my players showed up. And then Eric, out of nowhere, was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll go ahead and set my lineup. Everyone else has already played, but just, I guess I won't quite give up. I'll go ahead and get a new quarterback in there and put some extra players in there. And it really almost got him and put him over the edge.
uh, Lucky you, he was only playing with I think like four or five people. So anyway,
Yeah.
so best manager goes to Don Rat. Obviously he's the best manager. He's won two very, very close matchups. Gotten very lucky. Worst manager goes to Zach. Again, Zach has trouble setting his lineup. Um, the guy should be killing it every week. He shouldn't be with only two victories, but yeah, that was a shocker. Biggest blowout. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, man. Well, first of all, Milkos, didn't you predict that he was going to have the highest score?
I
I
might have.
thought you may have. Maybe you didn't, but wow, his team killed it. I couldn't believe it. How? First of all, I'm so annoyed because I wanted Boston Scott. I mean, it wasn't even his highest score. I just wanted him. I put a bid in for him, but somebody had put in my ear that they're going to go for another sneaky running back, and so I put a bid on Trevor Coleman, which apparently was a little bit more than uh, than Scott, and so I lost out to him. So if I would have had Boston Scott, I would have had even more of a shot or even more of uh, a bigger victory on my hands and scored over 100 points. But anyways, regardless, wow, Milkos, you killed. I just really want to beat JP or whatever other brother, um, whatever other brother's name is. Matt. Well, he should put that like Milkos does in his name.
So yeah, Matt put up a good week too, but yeah, I'm sure glad I didn't have to play Milkos. So we're moving on to the week 8 matchups. Again, I don't feel good about this week. We'll just go ahead and take mine off the board. I'm facing Don Rat, Carson Wentz versus Dallas. That's a good matchup on Don Rat's side. Maybe he gets Dalvin Cook and Aaron Jones this week. I'm not sure about that. But I have the bipocalypse, man. My running backs, my wide receivers are on buys, so I'll have to figure out something there. I think I'll have a decent week, but I sure don't know that I can pull out a win. I might have already spent up all my luck on getting my first 6 wins, so that's all right. I don't mind taking a loss this weekend and then putting myself in a better situation for the playoffs. Not losing too many weeks back to back, but 2 weeks isn't terrible. Again, I still have a lot of confidence in my team. I don't know. What are your thoughts? You think I have a chance? Is there anyone you would recommend picking up?
Matt, I mean, I want you to beat Don Rat right now because right now he topped me. He surpassed me. We have the same record, but he has uh, more points for him. So he's on top right now. I was hoping he would lose twice so that I could remain number one in the West Coast that we're on, and he's just barely snuck by. I was kind of annoyed he won last night, but so normally I would think, yeah, you're gonna lose, but I hope that you pull it off. But we'll see. So
Well, yeah, maybe I can find a good waiver wire gem to use this week while I wait for my team to come back. Very lucky about my Chase Edmonds, though. I've been stashing him because I figured he was either going to win out the job eventually,
Mhm.
or Kenyon Drake would get further injured since he started the season in a
Right.
walking boot, and it looks like that's the case. So either he'll be moved to my IR spot, or I can drop him because he's going to be out for at least a month. So
Right.
yeah, I'm super excited. I finally love all my running backs. Chase Edmonds, league winner. So
There you go.
all right, let's do Spicy Meatloaf versus Alex von Schiegel. So Spicy Meatloaf, Rhett, 2-5, man. He's had a couple bad weeks. I keep thinking he's gonna win, but man, his luck is just running out. That being said, though, I think he has a good week this week because Alex is facing the same problem that I am. He has a bipocalypse, losing his running back, David Johnson, DeAndre Hopkins, Will Fuller. Luckily, he has Le'Veon Bell. Maybe this is the game that Le'Veon Bell turns it up. From Clyde Edwards-Helaire playing the Jets, they could save Clyde, put him on a snap count or something, and so maybe Le'Veon Bell has a good game. Adrian Peterson's still getting work, so yeah, I'm not too worried about his team. I think he'll have a good chance to put up a fight against Rhett, but I'm going to give this win to Rhett. I think Rhett's luck is going to turn around, and I think he'll be 3-5 and send Alex to 3-5 as well, which for at least my division would be really helpful. So I'm trying to stay
Mhm.
on top. Can I just need a bye first week of playoffs? So,
Right.
um,
Right.
what do you think about this game?
Yeah. I mean, he. Yeah. Sorry. All these buys. He's got so many buys on team Alex, or I can't even say his name. Avshalavagill.
Alex von Schiegel.
There we go. Well, Alex, you got a lot of buys, dude. Like, I would either pick up some players. I don't know who's out there right now. You need a couple wide receivers. You have anyone on your bench? Not really. No.
He could make a bid for Carlos Hyde this week and use him for an injured. Um,
Griffin
what?
for injured Chris Carson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that might be a good pickup. Naheem Himes had a good week one. Maybe it's time for him to shine again this week.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be an easy game for him to score. Jalen Richard, he could play the counter to Josh Jacobs. That whole team running game looks really bad though for the Raiders. So, but then again, T.Y. Hilton, Jarvis Landry, Scotty Miller, like they're all viable wide receiver options out there. So,
Right.
and hey, AJ Green, he's serviceable. He looks good.
Yeah.
At least these past 2 weeks. So, yeah,
Hey,
two.
spicy meatloaf. Don't get too cocky. I was for sure I was gonna win. I mean, I did win. So that was. Did you win this week, JP? No, no. Anyways, uh, I wouldn't get too cocky. You never know. I think Alex could come back and pull off a victory, and your guys could put up a dud. So I'm gonna go ahead and just go with Alex this week. I think he's gonna get very lucky.
All right. Well, I'm giving it to Rhett still. I think Rhett could drop Andy Dalton, though. I think that's a safe drop. Go ahead and roster another player. Let's go Chad versus Zach. So Chad versus Jake Locker. So Jake Locker, Zach has been on a win streak. He's 3-4. He's almost at 500. And he's really turned up his season. And again, another bye week roster on Chad. Um, I think that this is the game that Zach goes 500. He has good matchups. He has good players. I think he gets Mike Davis against Atlanta for one more week before Christian McCaffrey returns. So, uh,
Whatever.
um, and then you have AJ Brown versus Cincinnati. I think he'll put up a good game. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with Zach here and have him at 500. I don't know that Chad is going to get as lucky this time, but I think last week he made 15 roster moves. I inspired him with my write up and my YouTube video, I think. So that's why he won. So really, I coached him to beat
Yeah.
me. So,
Yeah.
uh,
Sure. Yeah.
And
If you
I
think so.
for him and gave him James Robinson. So, his victory is really my victory. So,
There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Zach also. I mean, he's got a solid team. I think he's gonna be 500. Um, and Chad, he's got he's gonna have to do another 17 roster moves this week if he's gonna have a chance. But otherwise, I think he's pretty much hosed. He's gonna have a great team next week, but this week, like everyone is on a bye. That's a little rough.
yeah. So here's the thing, though. Zach will need a win this week to be able to make it into the playoffs. And right now, Chad is in the playoffs. So I think if he can beat out Chad this week, that'll help him slide up into the playoffs and maybe knock Chad out of playoff contention. So this would be an important matchup for both of them. But yeah, I got to go with Zach on this one. All right, let's go you versus Matt. You versus Matt. So Matt has not broken 100 points, I think, in like 2 weeks. Oh wait, no, he did break up 100 points last week. He just had to play the vicious monster that is my brother.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was horrible. Man, he even had Tyler Lockett. Like, oh, what a terrible loss. That'd
Uh,
be so annoying. Um, are you worried about Ezekiel Elliott?
I'm not really worried about him right now. I think the Cowboys are having a really difficult time. They're not really able to have a solid quarterback, you know, throw to anybody to mix it up. So I think defenses are going to be able to hold Elliott back because he's going to have a lot of the workload, get worn out faster, get beaten up more. And so I'm not too worried about him. He hasn't been very productive. Um,
Man, are you worried about his playing and him putting up numbers? Like, would you want Ezekiel Elliott right now?
no, no, no. I don't think I would.
Okay, so let me ask you this: if you own Ezekiel Elliott, what are you doing? Are you going to trade him to someone else?
I'm probably going to trade him to me for Johnny Smith. I would try to, I would try to get. Let me look at his lineup real quick. Who he's got as far as wide
He's
receivers? I
got
mean,
an
Sam, Deebo Samuel's out, so he's lost one there. Um, what he's got? Who? Corey Davis. I mean,
yep.
I would
He has no
probably,
depth.
yeah, I'd probably see if I can get rid of Ezekiel Elliott for another solid wide receiver and maybe even another uh, running back. Obviously, he's gonna need somebody. Well, he's got Carson also for his running back. Yeah, he's pretty. I don't know what to do for you. What would you do?
Yeah, I think you have to shop Ezekiel Elliott, especially with Chris Carson. Obviously he has, I think, a good amount of fab left, so maybe he could spend some of his fab to try and get Carlos Hyde in the meantime. Maybe pick up who's the Niners running back this week, and it is this week because it's always changing.
Is it
Uh,
is it McKinnon?
no, it's Jamichael Hasty.
Oh,
Um, But Tevin Coleman could come back this week. I don't know, man. That whole backfield's hard to decide. It's like the
yeah,
Ravens backfield.
yeah.
Yeah, so Matt, I think you should definitely spend up to try and get Carlos Hyde. Maybe take a long shot on Naheem Himes. I mean, eventually, one of these people has to fall into the end zone. Wayne Gallman could be a typical fill in for this week as well. But yeah, Matt's team is hurting this week. And man, for starting so hot and leading our league in the first 3 weeks in points, he's really fallen off the wagon. So yeah, I think now is the time to trade Ezekiel Elliott. If you own David Johnson, are you trading David Johnson for Ezekiel Elliott?
No,
Okay. Even though he's on a bye?
yeah, I'd probably still hang on to him to be honest.
Okay. What about all right. Well, you own James Conner. Are you trading James Conner for Ezekiel Elliott?
No, I'm not. I'm
Okay.
not.
Really?
Connor's pretty consistent for me, so
Okay. What about Todd Gurley? Would you trade Todd Gurley for Ezekiel Elliott?
no. Todd Gurley mistakenly falls into the end zone and loses the game for his team. So why would I do that? He at least will get you points, even though he'll cost football games.
All right. Yeah. I don't know, man. Ezekiel, it's a hard position to be in. I would say Carlos Hyde and Wayne Gallman are who Matt needs to go after really hard this week to be able to fill in his running back spots. Um, yeah,
But that
that's a
Niners
tough.
defense, Matt, or they figured it out a little bit. I think they shut down the Patriots. So I think it's going to be a little difficult. I mean, go ahead. You can go ahead and get Carlos Hyde or play Chris Carson. I don't think the running game is going to be very, very good, which is good for me, I guess. But
Are you going to drop Corey Clement for Mark Ingram this week and pick up other players?
yeah, I am. I will.
Okay, so yeah, you have defense here and take some running backs from that. So it'll be
Yeah,
exciting to see how badly you want this win.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to give the win to you, though. I don't know that Matt is going to have time to spend up some fab and get some bye week filled in. So yeah, I'm going to give this win to you. Um, all right, next matchup is Milkos versus Drew. So why don't you lead this one off?
Well, first of all, Milkos, man, you killed it last week. Are you going to have another solid week? Yes, I think so. I think you are going to probably take out running back pretty easily. Um, I mean, Russell Wilson has proven to be a stud. I think he's gonna be able to throw the ball a lot better against San Francisco than Carlos Hyde or Carson are going to be able to run the ball. So Mahomes, though, he's playing against the Jets, but I mean they scored like 50 points or 40 points, and Mahomes didn't do anything this last week. So he's been kind of proven to not be as a consistent point generator as someone like Russell Wilson. Um, so I wouldn't really think anything with him, thinking giving him the edge. Devontae Adams, though, man, he had a killer game. Aaron Rodgers found him a bunch. They're playing against Minnesota. I don't think their defense is very solid as far as the passing defense. So I think you're gonna get a lot of points there. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Um, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it is going to go to Milkos, but what do you think?
I'm going Drew, man. I think Drew gets the score of the week. Uh, I feel really good about Drew. I think Mahomes is going to lead his team this week in touchdowns. So yeah, I'm giving it to Drew, and I'm giving him the score of the week. And I think Milkos will have a decent game. Todd Gurley against Carolina. I really like that matchup. Same with Devontae Adams against Minnesota. But yeah, um, he is still holding on to Evan Ingram. He believes in Evan Ingram. Maybe Ingram gets traded. I know there's some trade talks there, and he goes to a better team.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, I think Drew has it easily this week. And then yeah, one of them is going to have to make a bid for maybe the Eagles defense or something this week. But yeah, it should be a good matchup. I'll give that one to Drew, but um, mm, yeah, I'm going to go Drew, score of the week. All right. Um, Eric versus Carrie. Eric versus Carrie. So, uh, what do you think?
I think Carrie is gonna pull it off. I think she knows to set her lineup, and she will set it at least. I think Eric will probably be dazed and confused. He might be busy with work. He might be talking to someone. I don't know if he's got like a girlfriend or a fiance or what your deal is, but he's probably not going to be paying much attention. He's probably not going to watch this video. I doubt it. So maybe at the last minute he'll throw in another quarterback. Of course, he picked up one that's on another bye week. So and he still has Prescott on his bench. I don't know why he hasn't dropped him yet. So I don't know. I think Carey's for sure gonna win. I think Eric is. It almost seems like he's uninterested now. Maybe you need to write another inspiring post to get him to set his lineup, but I think Carey's gonna take it.
So yeah, Eric said he had just forgotten to set his lineup. He's been stressed out about a bunch of different things this week. But yeah, drop Dak Prescott. Obviously, drop Garner Minshew. Um, and then plug in your quarterback position this week. But Carrie has her own quarterback issues to worry about right now. Um, do you start Cam Newton this weekend? He looked really bad last week, but that's her backup. Cam Newton against Buffalo. A good defense. What do you do?
I'm not even confident Cam Newton's gonna be the starter. I mean, I guess he there's a chance. I might actually pick up Baker Mayfield, um, who had a solid game this last week and who has shown some
Play.
consistency. It seems like. Oh, well, maybe not. I gotta look at his his score again, but I would probably pick up a different quarterback for sure. But
Yeah, I think for both Carrie and Eric, I would recommend Teddy Bridgewater. Sorry, against Atlanta. He did it before. He got like 19 points or something like that when he played against them last. And I think he'll do it again. So yeah, I feel really confident about Teddy Bridgewater. They could bid up for him. Um, should be a good game. So yeah. Um, the other thing I was curious about, so Chris Godwin is out again. Do you recommend holding on to Chris Godwin? He just had surgery on his finger. Should she hold on to him? Should she drop him? Should she trade him? She's got a bunch of injuries she's dealing with. Miles Sanders, Raheem Mostert. Um, yeah, what do you do with Chris Godwin, man?
let's see. She's 4-3. He's playoffs right now. Chris Godwin. Well, he's just out this next week.
At least a week. I mean, he had surgery on his finger, so
Oh,
you need your fingers to catch footballs.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's I don't know. That's gonna be a tough one, especially when Antonio Brown's gonna be catching all the touchdown passes now for for Tampa Bay. Maybe you want to trade him over to me for Antonio Brown. No, I don't know. I might go ahead and try to find someone for him. But yeah, it's tough to say though. I mean, he's had some solid games, but he's also had some duds, and now he's got an injured finger. Um, and then even if you get him back in the next week or two, he's got another bye week coming off around. Isn't that playoff time? That's like
Yeah.
week 13. So I don't know. Might be a good idea to try to pass him off. I
Yeah.
don't
So
know.
what do you return for him though?
Yeah, I'm not. I have to take a look. What do you think? Inspire me real quick.
I think I think maybe you could package him with C.D. Lamb, T.J. Hawkinson, Hunter Henry, Jonathan Taylor, and try to upgrade that way. Obviously, she needs Taylor though. She needs to hold on to her running backs. She's starting Daryl Henderson and JaMychal Hasty, or maybe now is the time to trade Deshaun Watson on his bye week. Trade Deshaun Watson and Chris Godwin, and maybe you can get a solid running back in return. Um, yeah, I think she'll have an easy week though against Eric, so maybe she's not too worried about it right now. She can hold off another week and figure out what she's gonna do. But yeah, I think with her winning it this week and Drew winning it, it's gonna come down to points. So for that number two spot. So I think her and Drew can both win it. But yeah, the points are what really concern me for both these teams. Here's the thing though, if Matt can pull out a win this week against you, uh, he'll shoot up to that number two spot though,
Yeah.
because he's leading both these people in points. So a lot of playoff implications this week. Week 8 is, yeah, the season's almost halfway over. So um, yeah,
Crazy.
2 more weeks to make trades too. Trades deadline cuts off in week 10. So 2 more weeks to make trades, and yeah, maybe something good will come out of this. So,
Yep.
um, all right. Any final thoughts, final words, comments?
Nothing really. As usual, good luck, everyone. And Eric, set your lineup.
Hey, how do you feel about losing out your bye week uh, by not being number one in the division this week?
Uh, I mean, that's a little bit frustrating, especially since Don Rat barely won the last two games by like slivers of points. But we're still tied at the top 5-2. I think both of us have a chance to win this week, but um, luckily Don Rat's playing against yourself, and I feel like your team has shown up quite a bit. Although, like you said, you are in the by apocalypse or whatever you want to call it. So he's got a pretty good shot. Um, Hopefully, your team shows up again. You can be 7-1, but you've been pretty good with your predictions thus far. So I'm hoping I can go ahead and just take out Matt.
Yeah, I'm really nervous about Don Rad's team in general. I think he has a really good team. So I'm hoping that he starts losing some games, so and then gets knocked out first week of the playoffs because I really don't want to play him.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
so yeah, if anyone wants to help us out with that, that'll be good.
yeah.
So, um, hey, also, pick one player out on the waiver wire. Pick one player out on the waiver wire and shoot your shot. Who do you think is the number one pickup this week on the waiver wire?
Hmm.
Who should people be willing to drop a Naheem Himes, which is what I'm calling $50 for?
Oh man,
Who's going to drop a Hines?
I don't know. I'm trying to see what we have out there. I guess Carlos Hyde's got a good shot if Chris Carson's out or hurt. Um, he can be a productive running back. Uh, let's see, Dobbins. I don't know about this guy. Probably not. Yeah, because the backfield for Baltimore is pretty packed. Always switching up. Um, yeah, I might say Carlos Hyde might be the guy to drop 50 on this week,
It's
or at
called.
least try to pick it up.
All
So
right. I'm going to say the player you want to drop $50 on is Jimmy G. Playing
Jimmy G.
Jimmy G playing Seattle. I hate Jimmy Garoppolo, but I think against Seattle, he'll find a way to get it done, which means I think Kittle finds a way to get it done. So yeah, if you need a quarterback, Carrie, if you need a quarterback, Eric, y'all need to drop some dimes or Hines for Jimmy G, quarterback, Super Bowl MVP, Jimmy G. That's
Hey,
the only time you're ever gonna hear me say that. So,
yeah, that's pretty shocking for me to hear. Yeah, I guess so.
all
Need
right.
a quarterback.
Well, good luck this week, and we'll see y'all later.
Later.